Hi, my name's Andy and I'm a vicar in the Church of England, and I live and work in a place called Kingswood, which is on the outskirts of Bristol, which is in the United Kingdom, and it has a great heritage. In this area we had John Wesley preached his first open-air sermon here, and it was so successful that the local miners of Kingswood, who had dirty, coal-stained faces, were crying white tears of repentance, and that was the start of John Wesley, the great revival that followed. So this area has a fantastic history and heritage, and it's great to be here. Just want to tell you one or two of the things that are going on here in this area. The first thing I want to tell you about is our church plant, All Souls Southey Park. If you're local, it's on the New Cheltenham Road, and it's in a little building which also houses Southey Preschool, and it's right next to the speed camera. Do come along with me on Sunday afternoons at 4 o'clock. On the first Sunday, Sunday the 1st of September, we've got a guy called Andy Yelland coming along to talk to us. Andy used to be the local police officer for this area. He's going to be talking a little bit about life and why he thinks Jesus made a difference to his life and the good news he has there. The next week, on the 8th, we've got a guy called Sam Shepherd coming, and Sam used to be a bit of a thug with a drink problem, and used to shed loads of drugs. And his life was really going nowhere really. But he had an encounter with Jesus, and that's changed his life. He's now looking at becoming a vicar in the Church of England. So we're going to hear about lepers changing their spots from Sam on the 8th of September. The following week, on the 15th, we've got our harvest service, and what we're going to do is we're going to give the tins that we get in to the food bank that's meeting in Bourne Christian Centre, and so we can bless local people who maybe don't have enough to eat. It's amazing to think in the 21st century in the UK there are people who still go to bed hungry. There are people who struggle to put food on their table for their kids. You know, actually we have responsibility to one another. I'm also going to be giving some money away to a charity called Love 146. We did some events earlier in the summer, so we'll be presenting the cheque then on the 15th of September. It'll be a great event. Do come along and support us. And we're also going to launch a new initiative, which is we're calling Toilet Twinning. It's an initiative from a group called Tier Fund, and the idea is you twin your toilet. It costs 60 quid. You twin your toilet with one in the developing world, so you can have twinning a Kazi here to one in Kashmir, or a bog in Burundi, or whatever you like. A local toilet means that actually a village in the developing world can have a place to go. Because actually, although it's a bit humorous talking about toilets and bogs and stuff, sanitation and poor sanitation is one of the biggest killers of people in the developing world, especially the elderly and children and young people. So we're going to be launching that initiative, our toilet twinning initiative. And then the following week, we're going to have what we're calling Sanctuary. We're just going to have a week where people can just come, light a candle, we're going to have some music playing, and they can just be. You know, sometimes people just want a bit of space in this busy and stressful world, and just a chance to chill out for an hour or so, maybe have a coffee, maybe have a bit of a pray, maybe read a book, maybe the Bible, maybe ask someone to pray with you, because sometimes, you know, we need someone else just to listen and encourage us. So we're just having a chance to be the following week. And then our last week in September, we're having, on the 29th of September, we're having a guy called David Walton coming to talk to us. And he's going to be saying, is Christianity dull, boring and irrelevant? We think not. This is a chance for you to say what you think, to sort of ask those big questions. Is Christianity worthwhile for the 21st century? Does it still ask those big questions in life as to who I am, why am I here, does my life matter? Does my life have a point? Is there a God? And what does he think? If there is a God, what does he think about me? Those big questions that frame our human identity. So we have a busy month of services over September, but we're also doing a couple of other things. One thing we're doing is we're starting our town centre chaplaincy. We're just going to be wandering around the local shops and local businesses in the Kingswood area, and probably give out a few chocolates and stuff, but just making ourselves available just for a chat. And so if you want to come and have a chat to me or one of my team, an email address will appear on the bottom of your screen. We're also going to continue doing our Street Pastors project. We go out every other Friday night, round into Kingswood, and we give out bottles of water, flip-flops, that sort of thing. We do that from 11 o'clock in the evening till 4 o'clock in the morning. You know, actually there are a lot of hurting and vulnerable people at that time. People who just need someone to come alongside them, someone to listen, someone to make sure they get into a taxi safely. Maybe someone to hold their hair back when they're being a bit sick, or give them a bottle of water, or as the weather gets colder, we have these space blankets we can put around people's shoulders. So we'll be continuing to do that. Also, we're going to be doing some fundraising for some local charities. So do come along, do chat to us, and it'd be great to hear what you've got to say. Any ideas you've got to make the church more accessible here in this local area of Kingswood, do let me know. Love to hear from you.